And then we pride ourselves to be the most intelligent on the planet. But then we also are equally as dumb as a rock, or an animal to something or someone else, and the infinite vastness of the universe. Imagine how clumsy we look to something else or someone else that is significantly more advanced than us. How they're watching and just watching us and just shaking their heads. And even the people watching us, how they're being watched by whoever that is higher than them.
Yeah.
Because I believe this shit is infinite, in my opinion. Again, everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Us with Uche. I am your host, Uche. Thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting me since day one. Thank you. If you're new to my podcast for the first time, please make sure to download, share with your friends and family. If you are watching on YouTube for the first time, also please make sure to share with your friends and family. Give a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you disagree. And do not forget to hit that bell notification so anytime I upload a video, you'll be the very first to be notified. So today we're going to be reviewing this book, 5-series book, The Law of One, by Ra and Humble Messenger of the Law of One. Okay, the raw material. So this is like the full thing. It came in this box. I ordered from Amazon. It was backlogged. I ordered it, 5 books, and this is book 1. I haven't started yet, so we're going to get into it.
So I've read the Bible. I've read the Quran. I've been involved
Nice.
with many Bible studies and just the seeking of truth throughout my life. I feel like that's very important. Try to figure out why we're here and maybe figure out some secrets, You watch other people, successful people, both emotionally intelligent, financially successful, people who generate lots of friends, who are very creative, outgoing. And you try to understand why they're the way that they are. And that, accompanied by my spiritual seeking truth, has led me to this. Found it on YouTube, listened to it on YouTube. And this was the most profound book of laying out the whole picture of reality and the universe. So what Ra is, if we can break it down, Ra is a 6th density vibration that is speaking through another human. Being able to communicate through another human due to the vibration that channeler is on and the sort of ceremony they have done to call upon this channel's guidance, Ra's guidance. So this is a group. I think if we read some of the book here, we'll figure out maybe a more detailed summary. But this group has been working on channeling different entities for the last 20-something years. And they finally got a group together with the vibration to be able to handle Ra's vibration.
What would be a first and second density?
First density would be like a rock, water, stone, granite, the elements, fire perhaps. Second would be any sort of animal or plant.
Animal, okay.
And third would be humans and other, perhaps sort of other life that exists throughout the unknown universe of our same consciousness. And so we all are here to learn our lessons and to essentially be catalysts for other people because we are all one. We're all the same. We've just forgotten that.
Based on this logic, everything you've shared, we consider ourselves as very different from rocks. Right, very much advanced from rocks, yet they're just 2 densities down from us. So if we can achieve all the things that we can achieve as humans in the 3rd density compared to a rock, which is literally just 2 densities lesser than us, can you imagine what a person in a 7th density can achieve, which is 4 densities above? Imagine all the cool things that humans can produce today. Imagine all the things that a 7th density person or entity can produce that we cannot even begin to imagine. Just sort of like a rock cannot imagine all the things that we've been able to produce.
It's a social memory complex.
Social memory complex. Well, what is that?
So imagine if everyone on the world right now merged their consciousness with one voice. That is essentially a social memory complex. And it has the memory of all the robotic technology of Google, Amazon, all the platforms, all the video cameras from the past and it happening right now, all at once. That social memory complex. Questioner, could you give me a little more detail about your role with the Egyptians? Ra. I am Ra. The identity of the vibration Ra is our identity. We as a group are what you would call a social memory complex, made contact with a race of your planetary kind which you call Egyptians. Others from our density made contact at the same time in South America and the so-called lost cities were their attempts to contribute to the law of one. We spoke to one who heard and understood and was in a position to decree the law of one. However, the priests and peoples of that era quickly distorted our message, robbing it of the, shall we say, compassion with which unity is informed by its very nature. It's made me look at the world differently. So you talk about that dark energy sometimes, Uche, how it's always watching and never sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of the same thing with Ra being more of the unity, positive energy, and opposite of that.
We pride ourselves to be the most intelligent on the planet, but then we also are equally as dumb as a rock, or an animal to something or someone else, and the infinite vastness of the universe. And this is why, and not to sound morbid, I remember I had this conversation with somebody a few months ago or years ago. One of my favorite topics to talk about is death. And people think I'm so morbid when I talk about that. But I find death so exciting. I know it sounds so strange. And please comment down below if you understand what I'm talking about. I find death so exciting because I believe that the spirit doesn't die. The spirit exists for all eternity. Death, though, is an understanding of our reality right now. It is the end of the now and the beginning of the next, right? And for me, death is a graduation from this onto the next one, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I guess it's like my curiosity, because I believe that there's a lot more. I also do believe that I have to take my time in prison, and be present in the moment and enjoy being human. Just like if I had been a rock, it is important for me to be a rock and enjoy being a rock and appreciate being a rock because I'm meant to be a rock at this particular time in the continuum of existence. If I was to be an animal, take your time, enjoy being an animal, be present. Just like right now, I'm a human being manifested as Uche. It is important for me to be present, manifest as Uche in the moment. Don't rush it. Don't be trying to imagine when you are a rock. Don't be trying to imagine when you're going to be where you're going to be when you die and things like that. Just be present. Exactly. Just let the universe take care of itself. Mm-hmm. But I cannot help the fact that what comes after death excites the absolute fuck out of me. Am I weird about that?
I kind of like that.